Oh, it's 10:49 a.m. And there's kiddish at 11 usually. I've pretty much been on my phone like a lot of Shabbos, almost the whole Shabbos. Besides this morning, like I went to mikvah and I didn't take it with me. I went to also like a couple of synagogues, like not for the prayers, just to make coffee and see if there were any of them were up to kiddush or leftover kiddush. It was like early, too early, really. There's one that I knew had an early kiddush, and I saw their leftovers all in the garbage. But I'm gonna go to this 11 maybe. I didn't light I didn't light with a lighter once this Shabbos. Been using my candle. uh, maybe I shouldn't pick it up. I don't know. I don't know. But I got to one if by mistake put out just by moving it slightly. Wasn't on purpose. I didn't intend to put it out. I wanted, if anything, I didn't want it to go out. No, I didn't even intend to move the thing that put it out either. So yeah, I'm trying to say like I don't know. I've been smoking at Shabbat, but I haven't lit it with a lighter. And I wouldn't say I've been smoking a lot. Even I only had like a few cigarettes going into Shabbos. Only like by the time Shabbos started, I didn't even have that many. Maybe like four or five, probably four. Then I had gotten one that I found outside a full cigarette that was cracked. I just it couldn't be smoked. It was like outside where people said it smoked. I took that and I because it was a full cigarette and I needed the tobacco to mix with weed, which I did. This, this is medical Israeli medical cannabis. So mixed with the weed. So I'm smoking now. So I'm trying to say is like first of all, I don't know if the issue exactly would be with smoking like this on Shabbat. If there's any way to say that it is okay for anyone without coming on to saying like that you need it for medical reasons. Without that, of saying, you know, anyway, I'll tell you something crazy, guys. Okay. So there's a concept of holy nefesh, right? That's a person with like anyone with any kind of issues psychologically or psychiatric problems. If you ever been to the psych ward, if you've ever been diagnosed with anything ADHD, probably even, probably any diagnosis, mental illness, that's a holy nefesh. Okay. I think that's what holy nefesh is. I'm really not knowledgeable, but I think that's what holy nefesh is. Okay. So there's also a Teenek Shenishpa, a child, a Tinok Shenishpa that was captured. There's been a ruling, like a halachic ruling by someone, I don't remember who, that like today, like pretty much everyone can be considered like a captured child. What that means is like they're not really held responsible for the things they do to just like meaning a child that was captured as a child and grew up in a not with his parents in a Jewish environment, but he was captured by like by nations, who knows where. I'm saying he's not judged so much, right? I'm saying how could you judge if he doesn't know anything? He didn't grow up. He grew up captured somewhere else. He doesn't know anything. So there was a ruling that like a lot of people today are in that category, just automatically because we don't really know anything, or I don't know why. But I'm saying if you could make that ruling about Tino Kshonishba, I would say, bro, I think a lot of people today are holy nefesh. I think a lot of us are messed up. For sure, the younger generation, bro, a lot of us are really traumatized just in general from like, I'm saying anyone that goes off the derech, bro, anyone that starts using drugs, like, you don't think they're a holy nefesh, bro? I'm not saying for sure. I'm just saying like I didn't go to like a rabbi or a court and tell them like what's the stream about? Nothing in particular. I mean, I guess my smoking on Shabbat, how I could be smoking on Shabbat, I think trying to say I could keep Shabbat, I made kiddush, I got some wine. Where's this wine from? It's from somewhere in Israel. Says the winery is, or the vineyard is Or Haganuz, which is in the north of Israel in the Galilee, and Amuka. It also says Amuka. Amuka might be near there, but it's also in the Galilee up north. It's funny up north, by the way. We see today up north on a biblical map. North is not up. On the biblical map, east is up. And if east is up, well, okay. So I'm on my phone anyway. I'm not gonna not use my phone in public. If that's what you're saying, I'm using my phone anyway. You know, and yeah. I'm not so. Do you know why you're not allowed to use your phone in Shabbat? I don't know why you're not allowed to use your phone in Shabbat, but I think for me it's fine, bro. Say I'm I use my phone to, you know, like I would smoke a cigarette. I'll use my phone just as like something to do. Like some people like to have the radio on or the television on 24/7. They just like to hear something, right? So I'm not so much like that. I just like to have my phone, like just something. It's like soothing. Yeah, I've been using my phone too, and even I was gonna just leave it plugged in. I don't know if there's a difference if you leave it plugged in or not. And at one point, I even took it out of the wall by mistake and then put it in another one. I was like, "What am I gonna do? Not put it back in?" I mean, took it out on purpose, but then I was like, "Oh, probably should have left it there because Shabbat started." But you know what the funny thing was? It wasn't even really Shabbat yet, but I took it Shabbat a little early. I just wanted to make kiddush, so I did. I don't know. I think if you're a holy nefesh, yeah, you should if cigarettes help you, if your phone helps you, so then you should do all these things like, and you can figure out um what's required. Like I put some questions to the AI. I didn't put it to like a rabbi, and I didn't read it for myself in the books or like do any real research on it. Okay, but you could do your own, like, you know. But a holy nefesh can do things like it's like any other illness, and there's like it depends on what situation you feel, what you could do, but I don't know. For me, I'm doing. If I have one to smoke and I want to smoke, I'm just gonna smoke. I'm not lighting it with the lighter. I'm lighting it from a candle, and I'm not putting it out. Not putting out the fire either. So here's the thing: transferring it from the flame to the to whatever I want to smoke, the cigarette or a joint. I don't know if it's correct what I read, but I read that on the AI again, oh AI, that's a rabbinic, that's not a biblical. There you're not okay. So that a rabbinic enactment is also severe, but they didn't enact it in every case. Meaning they had the choice where to enact it. They enacted it, and it's binding just as much, but they have that choice. By the way, you guys, if you go to, I think the link on the description is wrong. If you want to join the live, I think that link is wrong. But if you go to my Facebook, that one is correct because when I went back to change the description to put the link and then I saved it, it gave me a new link. So like if you change the description to the new link, it's gonna give you a new link when you go back. So pretty much the only way to do it is just to post it to Facebook. So what I did, that link is wrong. Go to my Facebook, you could press the link, you could join the live if you want to. I don't know. Yeah, so Holy Nefesh. I think a lot of people fall into that category. Let's say you're just anxious and you need a cigarette or buy a Holy Nefesh. I'm saying like I don't know. Dude, if you're a regular person who's keeping Shabbos, that's not what I'm talking to. I'm just talking about. I know that I haven't kept Shabbos in a long time. Yeah, I know a lot of people that also haven't kept Shabbos in a long time, and I think all of us, or maybe yeah, probably all of us really want to keep Shabbos. We just don't really have an approach that really works for us. When you know it's that like, dude, I'm gonna be smoking, but smoking, and I'm gonna be on my phone, you know. So I'm right now trying to do that in the least harmful way or like least wrong way, you know, the least wrong way. Would you really? Is it troll? Are you trolling? Yeah, I'm going to Kiddush now, actually. But if someone wants to join the live, you let me know next time. I'll give you a link beforehand. Shabbat Shalom.